Greetings from Indian Medical Association Librate Initiative. Welcome to our show, Ask the Specialist. I am Dr. K.K. Agarwal, Honorary Secretary General of Indian Medical Association. In this Ask the Specialist show, we bring to you one specialist every time. And today we have with us Dr. Ashwani Khanna, Delhi State TB Officer and Chest Physician at Lok Nayak Hospital. The subject today, of course, being a TB specialist, is TB, and that too on the occasion of What TB Day, which happens 24th of March every year. Welcome to our show, Dr. Khanna.
Thank you so much.
Why we celebrate What TB Day every year on 24th? Why we are not been able to eradicate or control TB even today?
Today being the World TB Week is not a day. The World TB Week we're celebrating, and the World TB Day is on the 24th of March every year, being the day on which the Robert Koch discovered the bacilli which causes the disease. That is, the Mycobacterium tuberculosis was identified as a causative organism for causing tuberculosis in 1882. And regarding why I've not been able to eradicate the disease is because there is something known as a latent bacilli infection. And in India, 40% of the patients, I won't call them patients, they're people, are already infected with this bacilli. When I mean infected, it means they have the bacilli in them, but they don't have the disease. Disease only comes when the symptoms of the disease are there, that is related to the organ which is affected.
That means these 40% of the people are at any given time prone to develop tuberculosis.
Yes.
Okay.
All these 40%.
In which situations they can develop the disease?
Any time when the patient's resistance goes down, the patients can develop this disease. These are the patients who have HIV, they are more prone to having disease, diabetics where the immunity goes down, or patient on long-term immunocompromise or immunotherapy which
What about 0 to 5 years, elderly?
Certainly they have a decreased immunity, and moreover people on long-term steroids, people post-transplants, they are also prone to having these.
So let's go back, because a lot of people have asked us questions on our platform library.com, and one of them has come from Lucknow, and they are talking about is how do we differentiate TB versus MDR TB versus XDR TB?
Now TB diagnosis needs isolation of a bacilli to prove the existence of a disease, but sometimes we cannot do we cannot get the bacilli in certain cases, especially extrapulmonary tuberculosis. So in that case, a clinical diagnosis. Now to differentiate between all type of TB is basically a microbiological diagnosis. When we talk about TB, we talk about general TB, where the bacilli is sensitive most of drugs which are required for treatment of TB. When we talk about MDR, it means resistance to two main drugs, those are rifampicin and INH, which are the most important drugs for taking care of tuberculosis. So when the patient gets resistant to them and shows the resistance in a microbiological evidence is available to show resistance, it is called MDR. And further then, if a patient who is not treated properly for MDR develops resistance to these two main drugs, that is rifampicin, INH, along with quinolone, which are fluoroquinolones, which we call them, and second line injectables, which are again very important drugs for treating MDR, they are known as XDR.
So am I, if I am correct, that 2% of the primary TB is MDR and 7% of the MDR is XDR?
Roughly, you are right. That is what the figure in India
is. So in that case, the 2% of the primary TB comes out to be a very big number and a major challenge and a major problem in the country.
Yes, it is a major challenge, because when you see the number, by sheer number in India, the number is high, even in primary TB.
The number is very high. Okay. And then another question has come from Calcutta, a 31-year-old male, and he says, my father last year suffered from TB and it was cured. However, the medicines affected his kidney and liver. Can you please suggest what to do now? Normally, after cure, liver should not get affected. Is it really linked to TB treatment?
I don't think so, because they'll have to get it checked up. It's only during the therapy the patient might have liver function derangement or maybe having involvement with the kidney.
First of all, the first question is the treatment of diabetes and tuberculosis different in TB treatment in diabetics?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Not generally.
Again, the same 6 months.
6 months therapy.
4
is
drugs for
given,
2 months and 3
yes.
drugs for 4 months.
Only thing we have to make sure they take the drugs regularly. Both.
That is for any, whether diabetic or non-diabetic.
Otherwise, no change in
with
the
that.
treatment.
And what about pyrazinamide? How important it is to give pyrazinamide for 2 months?
It is, if you're going to give a short course therapy, it is one of the most important drugs to be given in the short course therapy.
Okay, what about extrapulmonary? Pulmonary versus extrapulmonary. The commonest is lymph node.
Lymph node, yes.
Okay, and then if there is a lymphadenopathy, in the specifically if I say cervical or a mediastinal lymphadenopathy, and if the cervical lymph nodes are enlarged, do I need an FNAC? If I need an FNAC, do I go for cytology or do I go for gene expert test?
We can go ahead with the gene expert only if you think there's a drug resistance. But in a normal case, it comes with a lymph node, and you do a stain, and if a stain is positive, it can be treated as tuberculosis.
So as on today, the government policy is that don't go for a gene expert in the primary diagnosis, whether pulmonary or extrapulmonary.
As of now, yes.
As of now. What about in HIV?
HIV is only the few exceptions now. Here, we call them MDR suspects. People who are MDR suspects will be having to be evaluated for MDR without having evidence of treatment before. Now, these are contacts of MDR because these are patients who have never taken treatment before. They are in contact with MDR, so they will be evaluated for MDR. Children, because in those cases we are doing checking them for basically for diagnosis, but if MDR is detected in them, so we treat them accordingly. And finally, anybody who's MDR suspect, that is a person who's taken treatment earlier and has come back for treatment again.
Retreatment.
Yeah, retreatment cases.
Then let me clarify again. New treatment versus retreatment.
Yeah.
What is the difference in definition?
New patient is a person who's never taken treatment before or has taken less than 1 month.
And the retreatment will be?
Anybody after that.
Anybody after that will be
He's
a
taken more than
retreatment.
1 month or has
And the
taken
treatment for both will be different.
both will be different.
And in the treatment of the first one is 6 months, for the second one is 8 months.
8 months.
And what about bone, joint, and brain?
Now, in that case, we can go up to up to a year as per the national as per the
How do I decide 9 months or 1 year?
we leave it to the specialist to do that.
Why? I mean, if
a
then
patient-
again there will be.
No, what happens is if a patient is doing well and patient has cured in the sense that he's improved clinically, is all right in like small joints, for example, we can stop at 6 months. But if the patient is not improving, still symptomatic, we can extend up to up to 1 year. That's what the maximum time limit which is endorsed by
A
RNTC.
large number of questions have come from Chennai and from Jaipur at the Librate platform. And the question they are asking is that I got TB, I started my treatment, I became alright, but my weight hasn't increased.
That has nothing to do with TB. Once you start treatment with TB and the patient's weight was low, he'll come back to his normal weight.
So slowly he will
Come back, yes.
Is it not that with TB treatment you need to take high protein and high
You
nutritious
can take a
diet?
good, you can take a normal, proper, good balanced diet. You don't have to really go all out to take.
And
Yeah.
another one from Chennai is that he suffered from brain TB, and TB is now, doctors say TB is cured, but his neurological symptoms are still persistent.
I think in that case, a neurologist is the best person to go to.
Because the sequelae of
Because
TB.
the sequelae of the disease and the sequelae has to be managed by the specialist.
And let's go back to is there any change? Because we know that the change has occurred now from intermittent to daily regime of DOTS treatment.
Yes.
What's that?
Now, earlier, as per the RNTC policy, the drugs were given thrice a week, and now it has been proposed that we'll move towards a daily regimen. So all the patients, there are five states. In 5 states, we already started with a daily regimen, and here the drugs will be given daily. We have started daily regimen in about 30 states, 30 sites where HIV is being treated in South India, and these are the sites with HIV, TB. They are getting daily DOTS.
Okay. Another one which has come from Srinagar, and he says is that I'm a smoker. I continue smoking. Am I at higher risk of developing TB?
Yes, there is enough evidence to show that people who smoke are at higher risk of developing TB, and the control is poorer and the results are worse.
Okay. What about pregnancy? There is the female from Kochi, and there are and not only one. There are 4 or 5 questions which have come on pregnancy. Is the treatment different? Is the diagnosis different? Will my child get affected because of tuberculosis?
All patients who are pregnant and with tuberculosis need to be treated for tuberculosis. The only drug which is contraindicated is streptomycin in the first trimester. It should be avoided.
In any way, we are not giving it.
Since we are
Unless
not-
if it is a MDR, that only we are giving
No,
it.
no,
And
that
MDR,
retreatment we give. For retreatment we give
okay,
streptomycin.
that is for the first 2 months we give.
Yeah.
So if there is a retreatment in pregnancy, we don't give
We don't
streptomycin.
want. We should not give streptomycin.
Then
yes.
which is the 5th drug do I give?
We don't need to give the 5th drug. The 4 drugs are good enough.
So 4 drugs, and then the treatment continues
That is for longer duration.
Longer duration means 8 months, 9 months?
8 to 9 months, yeah.
Okay, so what we are trying to say is that wherever, say, that may be true even for patients who have kidney disease, where ceftomycin cannot be given.
Yes.
Say, for example, somebody has a ear problem.
Mhm.
So in which situation, in a retreatment case, if you don't want to give ceftomycin, then you can continue the treatment of 4 drugs for 2 months or 3 months.
4 drugs for 3 months.
4 drugs for 3 months, and continue the 3 drugs for maybe another 5 months.
5 months, yes. As per the normal.
Okay, on this, what TB day, give us 5 messages.
Anybody who's having cough, sputum for more than 2 weeks must get himself evaluated for tuberculosis. People should not spit here and there when they know they are having tuberculosis. They should cover their mouth, because this is the way to prevent disease. Ensure they take treatment fully and comply with the treatment, the dose, the duration, and ensure they get cured. If they have anybody in the neighborhood they feel could be tuberculosis, ensure that they go to the site setup where the diagnostic facilities are available. And then, of course, most important is spread this message across to everybody where you can, that this is a curable disease and one should go to a proper setup and get treated as per the guidelines.
So, the Librate viewers, the message is very clear. TB किसी को भी हो सकती है. It's not a disease of poor or a rich man. TB is curable. 2 हफ्ते की खांसी, don't ignore. Specifically if there is a low grade fever, if the blood is coming in the sputum, or there is a weight reduction. In every case of HIV, make sure that you get a TB test done, and in every case of TB, get an HIV test done. And the most important thing is that not notifying TB is a crime, not treating TB is a crime. As regard the patient is concerned, not taking treatment is a crime, and not completing treatment is a crime, and doctors not following their patient till he is cured is also a crime. Therefore, it is our duty to make sure that every patient we come across gets treated. Medical Council of India does not make you liable, because there is nothing like privacy and confidentiality in TB. Once it is notifiable, it is notifiable. That's all for today. Let's thank Ashwani to be with us, for taking out his time to discuss with us and give messages to our viewers on librate.com regarding the subject of tuberculosis. I thank all our viewers of Librate platform who have been talking questions to us and who have given us questions in advance so that we can make it a useful discussion. Remember, a message for doctors: you can use Librate as a platform to open your online clinics, specifically with patients with established relationships. And those patients who are using a Librate platform, they can contact. They are not only general doctors for general viewership, they can also have their own doctor on Librate and consult in emergency. There are instances where we have been able to solve and manage emergencies on Librate platform. We'll come back with you with one more show next time. Till that, goodbye. Thank you.